In this video, we will talk about 7 strong signs. If you see these signs clearly and they happen more than once, there is a big chance that she is not just interested in you or sees you as just a friend. She may actually be falling in love with you, but in her quiet way that most men don't notice. There is a very big difference between a woman who loves you, a woman who sees you as just a friend, and a woman who is just passing time or entertaining herself. A woman who sees you as just a friend will talk to you, but she won't care much about your opinion of her. She won't get jealous over you, and she won't be afraid to lose you. Your presence in her life is nice, but not very important. A woman who is just entertaining herself will show interest sometimes and disappear other times. She will talk when she is bored or lonely and disappear when she finds something else to do. She will make you feel attention, but without real investment or any serious intention to build something with you. But a woman who is falling in love behaves differently without even realizing it, because she starts investing emotionally. She starts caring about your opinion, your time, whether you are upset. She notices when you change, and she tries to have a place in your life in one way or another. Your presence is no longer just entertainment for her. It becomes something important in her day. And when a woman starts caring about your opinion, your mood, your time, and your presence in her life, then it is usually no longer just simple attraction. So now let's talk about the 7 most important signs that this woman might actually be falling in love with you. Sign 1. She starts conversations with you. One of the clearest signs that a woman is emotionally interested in you is very simple. She starts conversations with you. If she is always the one who texts you first, asks about your day, sends you things she remembered because of you, tries to start random conversations, sends memes, videos, songs, or random posts, says things like, "This reminded me of you," or finds any small reason to talk to you, then this is a very strong sign. You have to understand something important. People make time and effort for the people they care about. No one repeatedly starts conversations with someone they are not interested in, especially over a long period of time. When a woman likes you, she wants to be present in your day, not only in big moments, but also in small, boring, everyday moments. She doesn't always need an important topic. Sometimes she just wants to talk. Sometimes she just wants to know what you're doing. Sometimes she just wants to send you something funny and see your reaction. This may look like small, meaningless conversations, but emotionally, it means something important. It means she is thinking about you during her day. And when someone thinks about you many times during the day, you are not just a random person to them anymore. Many men make a mistake here. They think, she texts me first, but maybe she is just bored. Sometimes that is true, but if it happens again and again, and she is the one opening conversations, asking questions, continuing the conversation, and trying to keep it alive, then this is usually not just boredom. Also, pay attention to how she talks. Not just that she talks. Does she ask personal questions? Does she ask about your plans? Does she ask about your past, your opinions, your goals? Does she remember things you told her before and bring them up again? If she is just replying, that is normal. But if she is investing in conversations, that is different. Another important sign is when she sends you things during the day like, "This made me think of you. Look at this. You would like this place. This is so you." This means you are in her mind even when you are not talking. And this is very important because attraction is not only about how someone feels when they are with you, but also how often they think about you when you are not there. When a woman starts to include you in her daily thoughts, daily conversations, and daily small moments, it usually means that you are slowly becoming emotionally important to her. So remember this rule. If she only replies, she is interested in the conversation. If she starts conversations, she is interested in you. Sign 2. She remembers the small details. This is one of the strongest and most underrated signs that a woman is emotionally interested in you. Many men look for big signs and big confessions, but in reality, love often appears in small details, not big words. If she remembers small things about you, pay attention to that. If she remembers your favorite food, how you like your coffee, your schedule, a story you told only once, something you like or dislike, the name of a friend you mentioned one time, an interview, exam, or important date you told her about, your favorite movie, song, or place, something that annoys you, something that makes you happy. This is not normal memory. This is emotional attention. People only remember small details when they are mentally and emotionally focused on someone. When we don't care about a person, we forget most of what they say. But when we care, we remember the smallest things without trying. For example, you might mention one time that you like a certain type of coffee, and 2 weeks later she says, "I saw this place that has your favorite coffee." Or you tell her you have an important meeting and she texts you that day, "Good luck today. I know your meeting is now." These things may look small, but emotionally they are very big, because it means she listens carefully when you talk. She doesn't just hear you, she listens and remembers. Listening is one level. Remembering is another level. Remembering small details is emotional investment. This also shows that when you talk, she is not distracted, not bored, and not just waiting for her turn to talk. She is actually interested in what you say, in your life, in your experiences, and in the small things that make you who you are. Another important thing, when a woman likes you, she often brings up old conversations. She might say, "You told me before that you don't like this. I remember you said you wanted to travel there. You once told me this story about your friend." This means she is mentally collecting information about you, and people only do that when someone is important to them. Sometimes she will also use these details to make you happy. She might recommend something you like, send you a song in your favorite style, choose a place you mentioned before, buy you something small related to something you like, remember something important to you and ask about it later. All of this shows effort, and effort is one of the clearest signs of emotional interest. You have to understand something very important. Attraction is not only about how someone looks at you or talks to you. Attraction is also about attention, and attention is shown through memory. When someone remembers your small details, it means you are important enough to remember. You are interesting enough to listen to. You are special enough not to be forgotten. Many men ignore this sign because they are looking for obvious flirting, obvious compliments, or obvious confessions. But in reality, a woman may never say directly that she likes you, but she will remember everything about you. And this is sometimes stronger than words, because words are easy. Anyone can say nice things. But attention, memory, and effort are not easy. They require emotional interest. So remember this rule: when a woman remembers your small details, it usually means you are not a small detail in her life. Sign 3. She wants to spend time with you. One of the clearest signs that a woman is emotionally interested in you is that she wants to spend more time with you, and not just when she is bored or has nothing else to do. She actually enjoys your presence and tries to make the time you spend together longer. You will start to notice small behaviors like she tries to extend the conversation, she doesn't want to end the phone call, she stays longer when you meet, she suggests going out, she says things like, "We should try this place." She talks about things you should do together. She hints at future plans. She says, "Next time we go out," or "We should watch this together." These sentences are very important because they show something deeper than just enjoying the moment. They show that she is imagining a future where you are still in her life. When a woman starts talking in the language of we and next time and we should go and we should try, this usually means you are not just a temporary person in her mind. She is starting to include you in her future plans, even if they are small plans like coffee, a movie, or visiting a place. Another important sign is when you are together and she does not rush to leave. She might delay leaving, start new topics when the conversation is about to end, ask more questions, say, "Wait, I want to tell you something." Check the time, but still stay, walk slowly when you are leaving, or continue talking even after saying goodbye. This usually means she enjoys being around you and doesn't want the time to end. The same thing happens on phone calls. If she says, "Okay, I should sleep, but tell me one more thing," or say, "Wait, I forgot to tell you something," or she keeps talking even after saying she has to go, this is usually a sign that she doesn't really want the conversation to end. People always make time for what they enjoy, and they always try to extend the time they enjoy. Another very important sign is when she starts suggesting places or activities. "We should try this restaurant. You would love this place. We should go there one day. I want to watch this movie with you." This is very important because she is not just reacting to you, she is planning time with you. And planning time means she wants you to be part of her routine and her life. But maybe the strongest sign in this category is this: when she starts talking about the future and includes you in it. For example, "When we go there, next time we travel, in the summer we should, one day I want to go with you to." When a woman starts naturally including you in future scenarios, it usually means that in her mind, you are not temporary. She sees you continuing in her life because people don't imagine a future with someone they don't care about. So remember this rule: if she only talks to you, she enjoys your company. If she wants to spend time with you, she likes you. If she plans future time with you, she is emotionally investing in you. Sign 4. She gets jealous, but indirectly. Jealousy is a very strong emotional sign, but with women, jealousy is often not direct and not obvious. Many men expect jealousy to look dramatic or emotional, but in reality, it usually appears in small, subtle behaviors. If a woman likes you or is starting to fall for you, she might not say, "I'm jealous," but she may do things like ask about a girl who appeared in your story, ask, "Who were you with?" Joke, "Looks like you have a lot of fans," suddenly become quiet when you talk about another woman, change her tone of voice. Act a little cold for a short time, ask many questions about a specific girl, tease you about other girls. Say things like, "You probably say this to every girl." These are often indirect signs of jealousy. Why does jealousy happen? Jealousy usually appears when someone feels emotional investment and the possibility of losing you to someone else. If she doesn't care about you, she will not care who you talk to, who you go out with, or who likes your photos. But if she starts asking questions, making jokes, or acting differently when other women are mentioned, it usually means she is emotionally paying attention to your romantic life. Sometimes jealousy appears as jokes. For example, "Oh, so you went out with her, not me?" "Wow," you reply to her fast. "You never told me about this girl." "You're busy with your other girlfriends, I see." She may be smiling when she says these things, but often there is a small emotional truth behind the joke. Another common reaction is silence. You might be talking normally, then you mention another girl, and suddenly she becomes quiet, changes the topic, or gives short answers. Many men don't notice this, but this emotional shift is important. It means she didn't like what she heard, but she doesn't want to show it directly. Jealousy can also appear as small tests. She might ask, "Do you have many female friends?" Are you talking to someone these days? Why did that girl comment on your post? These questions are not always just curiosity. Sometimes they are emotional checking. She is trying to understand how many other women are in your life and what her position is. Another sign is when she compares herself to other women. Do you think she's pretty? Who is more your type, me or her? You like blondes or brunettes? These questions often come from emotional interest and a desire to know where she stands in your eyes. You have to understand something very important. Jealousy is not always about control. Often, jealousy is about fear of losing someone who is becoming emotionally important. But there is an important detail. We are talking about light, indirect jealousy, not toxic jealousy, not controlling behavior, and not someone trying to control your life. There is a big difference between a woman who gets slightly jealous because she likes you and a woman who tries to control you, check your phone, or tell you who you can talk to. The first can be a sign of emotional interest. The second is a red flag. So remember this rule: indifference means no emotional investment, but small, indirect jealousy often means emotional interest, because people don't get jealous over someone who means nothing to them. Sign 5. She cares about your opinion of her. This is one of the most emotional and revealing signs that a woman is not just interested in you, but emotionally invested in how you see her. If a woman starts caring a lot about your opinion of her, this usually means that your approval matters to her on an emotional level. And we usually only care deeply about the opinion of people who are important to us. You may notice things like, she asks for your opinion about her clothes. She asks, do you like my hair like this? She asks, do I look good today? She asks which outfit you prefer. She asks if you like something she did. She remembers when you compliment her. She smiles a lot when you say something nice. She gets a little upset if you criticize her. She tries to improve things you once mentioned. These are very important signs. When a woman likes a man, she often starts to see herself through his eyes. She wants to look good in his eyes, sound smart in his eyes, be attractive in his eyes, and be appreciated by him. So his opinion becomes emotionally important. For example, if you once told her, I like your hair like this, you might notice she does her hair that way again. If you told her, you look really good in that color, you might see her wearing that color again. If you told her, I like when you talk about this topic, she might bring up that topic again. This is not random. This is emotional behavior. She is adjusting small things to see your reaction and your approval. Another important sign is how she reacts to compliments. If she smiles a lot, becomes shy, changes the subject, or remembers your compliment weeks later, this usually means your words affected her emotionally. Sometimes she might even remind you, you never told me how I look today, or you didn't notice my haircut. This is a very strong sign that your opinion matters to her more than other people's opinions. Also, pay attention to how she reacts to criticism from you. If you say something slightly negative and she becomes quiet, defensive, or tries to explain herself, it may mean that she cares about how you see her. If a random person criticizes us, we usually don't care much. But if someone important criticizes us, we feel it more deeply. This does not mean you should criticize her or play with her emotions. The point is not to manipulate, but to understand emotional signals. When someone is emotionally invested, their emotional state becomes influenced by your words and opinions. Another sign is when she asks for your advice. What do you think I should do? Do you think this is a good idea? Should I choose this or this? When she starts asking for your opinion in decisions, not just about her looks, but about her life, it means she respects your opinion and values your perspective. And respect is a very important part of attraction and emotional attachment. So remember this important rule. When a woman cares about how she looks to you, how she sounds to you, and what you think about her, it usually means you are not just another person in her life. Your opinion has emotional weight. And when your opinion has emotional weight, it usually means you have emotional importance in her life. Sign 6. She sometimes gets nervous or shy around you. This sign is very interesting because it often appears in a very subtle way and many men don't notice it. Sometimes a woman can be very confident, very social, very talkative with everyone else, but around you, she behaves a little differently. If she sometimes becomes nervous, shy, or slightly awkward around you, this can be a strong emotional sign. You may notice things like she gets a little nervous when talking to you, she laughs more than usual, she sometimes forgets what she was saying, she looks at you then quickly looks away. She plays with her hair or her hands. She fixes her clothes or hair when she sees you. She cares a lot about how she looks when you meet. She becomes quieter sometimes, or sometimes she talks too much. These small behaviors often happen when someone cares too much about the impression they are making. When we don't care about someone's opinion, we are relaxed. We talk normally, we don't overthink what we say, and we don't worry about how we look. But when we like someone, suddenly we become more aware of ourselves. We start thinking, how do I look? Did I say something stupid? Why did I say that? Do I look good today? This self-awareness often creates a little bit of nervousness or shyness. For example, she might normally talk very confidently with others, but with you she sometimes laughs a lot, makes small mistakes when speaking, teases you and then becomes shy, looks at you when you are not looking, then looks away when you look at her, touches her hair a lot, adjusts her clothes, checks her phone but is not really using it, smiles for no clear reason. These are often called nervous attraction behaviors. Another important sign is effort in appearance. If she usually dresses normally, but when she knows she will see you, she dresses better, does her hair, wears perfume, or pays extra attention to her appearance, this is often not a coincidence. People naturally try to look better in front of the person they like. They may not say it, but their effort shows it. Also, pay attention to eye contact. If she looks at you a lot, but when you look back she quickly looks away and smiles, this is a very classic sign of attraction. It often means she wants to look at you, but she doesn't want you to notice too much. Another behavior is mixed energy. Sometimes she is very talkative and energetic with you, other times she becomes quiet and just listens. This emotional fluctuation often happens when someone is emotionally affected by your presence. You have to understand something important. Confidence and nervousness can exist together. A woman can be confident in life, confident with people, but still feel nervous around the man she likes because she cares about his opinion more than others. So nervousness is not always a sign of weakness. Sometimes nervousness is a sign of emotional importance. So remember this rule: when a woman is completely relaxed with you, she may be comfortable. But when she is sometimes relaxed and sometimes nervous, she may be emotionally affected by you. And when someone is emotionally affected by your presence, it usually means you are not just a normal person to them. Sign 7. She is afraid of losing you. This is probably the most important sign of all, because at this stage the situation is no longer just attraction, curiosity, or interest. When a woman starts to be afraid of losing you, it usually means she is emotionally attached. Attraction makes someone interested. Attachment makes someone afraid to lose you. There is a big difference between a woman who likes talking to you and a woman who is afraid that you might disappear from her life. You will start to notice things like she doesn't want to upset you. She tries to fix problems quickly. She apologizes sometimes, even for small things. She asks, "Are you upset?" She notices when you change. She asks, "You changed. What's wrong?" She gets worried when you disappear. She asks where you have been. She tries to bring the conversation back if it becomes cold. She doesn't like long silence between you. She tries to keep the connection alive. These behaviors are very important because they show emotional investment and fear of losing the connection. When a person doesn't care about losing you, they don't try to fix problems. They don't care if you are upset. They don't care if you disappear. They don't ask why you changed. They simply continue their life normally. But when a woman is emotionally attached, she becomes more careful with you. She doesn't want to break the connection. She doesn't want to create distance, so if something goes wrong, she often tries to fix it quickly. For example, if you become quiet or a little distant, she might say, "Are you okay? Did I do something wrong? Why are you quiet today? You seem different. I feel like something is wrong." These questions usually come from emotional concern, not just curiosity. Another strong sign is when she apologizes, especially if she is a strong personality and does not apologize easily to others. If she apologizes to you, it often means keeping you in her life is more important than winning the argument. Also, if she tries to reconnect after a small conflict, sends a message after an argument, sends a meme to break the tension, or tries to talk normally again, this usually means she does not want distance between you. One of the strongest emotional signs is when she reacts to your absence. If you disappear for some time and she says, "Where did you disappear?" "You forgot me. You're always busy. I feel like you're ignoring me." This often means your presence has become part of her routine and emotional comfort. When that presence disappears, she feels the difference. Another important behavior is when she notices emotional changes. If your mood changes and she immediately notices, asks questions, and tries to understand what happened, it means she is emotionally paying attention to you. You have to understand something very important. People don't fear losing someone who is not important to them. Fear of loss only appears when emotional attachment appears. So, when a woman starts trying not to upset you, trying to fix problems, apologizing sometimes, checking if you are okay, noticing when you change, reacting to your absence, trying to keep the connection alive, then usually the situation is no longer just interest or attraction. At this stage, it often means you are emotionally important to her, and losing you would affect her. So remember this final rule. Interest makes her talk to you. Attraction makes her want you, but emotional attachment makes her afraid to lose you. In the end, don't judge a woman's feelings based on one sentence she said once, or one compliment, or one long conversation. Feelings are not proven by words once, but by repeated behavior over time. Many men make the mistake of focusing too much on what a woman says. "She said she likes me. She said she misses me. She said I'm important to her." But words are easy. People can say many things in emotional moments, in lonely moments, or even just to be nice. What really matters is patterns, behavior, and consistency. So instead of asking, "What did she say?" ask, "What does she do repeatedly? Does she start conversations with you? Does she remember small details about you? Does she try to spend time with you? Does she get a little jealous sometimes? Does she care about your opinion of her? Does she get nervous or shy around you sometimes? Is she afraid of losing you or the connection between you?" When you start seeing several of these signs together, not just once, but many times, then usually the situation is not just friendliness or politeness. You have to remember this very important rule. A woman may not say "I love you" quickly, but she often says it through her behavior. She says it through her attention, her time, her questions, her memory, her jealousy, her effort, her reactions to your absence, her interest in your life, her fear of losing the connection. Love is not always loud. Sometimes love is quiet. Sometimes love looks like, "Did you eat? Text me when you arrive. Why are you quiet today? I saw this and thought about you. Are you okay? These sentences may look normal, but when they come from the same person again and again, they are often not normal anymore. They are emotional care. Also remember something important. One sign alone does not mean she is in love, but many signs together usually mean you are emotionally important to her. So don't be naive and think every smile means love, but also don't be blind and ignore clear signs of emotional interest. Pay attention to patterns, pay attention to effort, pay attention to consistency, pay attention to how she reacts to your presence and your absence, because in the end, attraction can make someone talk to you. Interest can make someone spend time with you. But emotional attachment makes someone care about keeping you in their life. So if you see many of these signs, there is a big chance that you are not just a friend in her life, not just someone she talks to when she is bored, but someone who has emotional value to her. And that is a very different position to be in. If you made it to the end of this video, then you probably see things a little differently now. Attraction, interest, and love are not just words people say. They are behaviors that repeat over time. And the person who understands behavior can understand feelings, even when they are not said out loud. If you enjoy this type of content and this kind of psychological analysis about relationships, don't forget to support the channel by subscribing and turning on the notification bell. Because this channel is not only about dating and relationships, it's also about self-improvement, understanding people, and building a strong, confident personality that doesn't depend on anyone. And write in the comments, which sign have you seen before and felt it was real? And do you think women express love more through words or through actions? And remember the most important idea from this entire video. Don't try to make every woman love you. Try to become the man who, when he is loved, is respected, and when he is gone, is missed. See you in the next video.